times 2 or divided by 2 or whatever. It's the stuff and the things. There we go. And yay, it works. Thank you for the batting. Now I can make pups. Now I can make pups at the cost of studs. It should load enough studs. I don't have the sprouts going onto this, so I guess I should. Or... one tile. One tile. Of course it's one tile. Of course it's one tile. Yeah. Just do this thing for me. I actually don't really need these sea sponges outside of using them as modules for the moment, so those will stick there, and I will focus on feeding this as much as possible, because I need a few sprouts, perhaps, to properly feed this. So I guaranteed get one stud back with a 50% chance of losing a stud. And then there's there is a 20% chance that I get no pups whatsoever. So there is a 20% chance, and then another separate 50% chance that you throw two studs together and only one stud comes out. As in, they kill each other rather than produce pups. Right. So there is a chance that they just kill one of these studs, and then you just end up with one that survives, and you don't even get the pups out of it for your trouble. And then you just don't get the pups for your trouble. Yeah, it's wonderful, isn't it? That's just fantastic. It would be more fantastic if this moved a little bit faster, but it moves quick enough, perhaps. I will need another one of these machines. Just for reference, I will need another one of these machines to actually grow the pups. Come on, buddy, do the thing. Thank you for doing the thing. So that will involve moondrops to convert the stud pups into studs. So I will need, what am I trying to do here? I guess this, but not with that one. So this is going to request moondrops. I'd rather not have it request. But what it does offer me is an opportunity. I'm going to take these studs and stick them in as modules. And I should have a few more. I should have a few more studs through the slow way of this process. But no, what I needed was the proper way on the moondrops as like one of the last things here, because we also need moondrops. Like, we, on top of everything else, we also need moondrops. Now this is the basic thing. I need the moondrop buildings again. I did at some point have these. Apparently not for the moment. Also, you, Arthurians, I got sufficient quantities. Good. What the hell are you? Classifiers. Okay. I'm just looking for opportunities for Mark II buildings. Really, no sponge. Interesting. Interesting, the no sponge. But, that would help. That would help. And those away. That there. Oh, right. Yeah, this machine needs to be done manually. I hate you, game. Yes. That is the problem when you need as an ingredient and use the same thing as modules. That can happen. Alright, there was a good reason why I used to actually just hold a stack of bread circuits at any given period of time. Yeah, I'm gonna do some of these now. Worth it. Very much worth it, I guess. Oh, hey, we got some pups. We got a few pups. We got 8 pups? That's the max. What? Oh, and we apparently had another... We have 2 cycles. Okay. 10 from 2 cycles. 10 from 2 cycles. I think 2 cycles. Anyway. Maybe. We're limited by the sponge, by the way. In case you were wondering. We're limited by the sponge more than anything else at the moment. So I was looking for the moondrops. Yes, the moondrops, which I don't have the Mark II on the moondrops either. Ahem. Alright. Moondrops need, like, stuff. Hydrogen and carbon dioxide. Yes, Moondrop. Here, have your things. Oh, right. Have these had the update done? Have these had the update done? Because that would also be rather important. Oh, boy. Soil, seeds, water, hydrogen. Yes, that sounds like a wonderful plan. And boop for the moondrop seeds. Yeah, those are good things. Up. That'll buffer a lot. Oh, I don't want to do this. No, no. No, no, no. And then, sadly... Yeah, so about that. It worked. That works, by the way. That works just as is. I need the actual Moondrop. I'm not actually gonna do this. That can be a logistical nightmare. Um, filters. What did I do over here? Yeah, that, please. Auto-saving. That will be fine. Let there be soil. All of the soil. And just add water and hydrogen. Water and hydrogen. So where do I have some spare hydrogen? I have a little bit of hydrogen from here. If I void excess oxygen. So that, I think, is what I'm going to do. I have a pretty decent way of voiding. Void. 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 Give me the hydrogen. It moves! It's alive! Yay! It's alive, and it moves marginally faster than doing the, doing it without seeds. So, yay, it will do a thing. And produces some excess amount of moondrops. Prioritization. Inserter prioritization. Oh boy. These prioritize clockwise from 0, 0. Yes? And I think it's the top left corner is the 0, 0. And then it's clockwise on the inserter priorities. I think that's how that works. Anyway, it is something funky like that, where it basically the game will calculate in a circle around a building and the various inserters that are around the building. I don't think it looks at everything all at once. I could be wrong about that though, and it also plays into that you also have to take into account the speed of the inserters and how much is produced, and the it's shenanigans. That's what it is. It's shenanigans. Basically, what I'm trying to do is have this positioned in such a way that I will always be able to feed this, though with some things, that it always produces at least enough of the stupid seeds. That's all I desire. Just enough seeds to move. The rest of the moondrops can go in here, but I do have to have enough of the moondrops going into this for seeds. Seeds? What? This item changed. What? Okay. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Moondrop dash seeds. Moondrop dash seeds. Well, either way, I don't actually need the seeds in the thing. They can actually just sit there because they're only feeding this one machine anyway. So hey, it's we've got some studs going there. That means it's a great time to kill this in its entirety. Hey, buddy, yeah, you can not function for me. That would be great, because I no longer need you. You no longer need to exist at all. No more. No more with the Quicha chamber. And then we clean the inventory. Oh boy. No, not all those. Just some. So, huzzah! I guess? Things? Stuffs? I'll need a spare one to do the cotton gut breeding program. The initial thingy for the cotton guts. What can I do now? Well, so what are new creatures that I have access to that I don't have right now? Well, it's trits. So we have these things. I can make these things. I can make these things. Wait, what? You make things? The codex. What's needed for the codex? Hold up. Dritz codex. I can make that. Hey, here, have some of those. Have a few of those so that you can make some codices. By the way, how am I doing on like the number of logistics spots I have? I'm using like 1100 now. At this moment in time. By the way, I should have enough rennea. I should have more sufficient quantities of the rennea to get it moving. What are you missing? Oh, those samples, right? And that's going to be limited by the circuits. Holy crap! That stack size. That is 500 stack size on food. I was expecting 50. The tap tap tap? Yeah. It's the character moving on aluminium tile. The clackety clackety of the aluminium tile. It lives. It's alive. Unfortunately, this needs to be balanced. this needs to be rebalanced, I think. So we have 3 rennea for we have 1-to-1 rennea seeds here. Like, all right, it is technically positive, but the issue is that you need to do 2 cycles of this. You need to do 2 cycles just to do 1 cycle of rennea seeds. Wow. All right, fine, be that way. This does feed 2 cycles though, so eh. I don't know. Maybe have a look. Oh, also. So rennea have spider bots. Rennea have spider bots. They have spider bots. They're spider bots. These are robots. These are not creatures. These are not animals. These are actual robots with a tank on their rear end. What are they doing? I have no idea. But they're spider bots with tanks on their rear end. Tanks of something or other. Automatic pesticide agents, yeah. So, that will go and it will positive feedback loop, I guess, technically. Eventually. Again, the issue with the prioritization on the inserters, I don't think that... So this will produce 3 rennea, right? 2 are likely going to end up in this provider chest. And only 1 will likely end up inside of this, and I need to have all of them go into this at the moment. So, might not want to have that connected at all for this point in time, because all of them will need to go into additional seeds. And it's only every 3rd cycle that I would end up with 2 rennea that I could add as more modules. Wow, that is amazingly bad. All right, at least I'm still doing this, right? Slow. Rennea Codex, wherefore art thou? Rennea Codex. You there have things. Why you know? Why are you 30 circuits? Why is it so many circuits? Wait, what? Oh, that's a few circuits. Yeah, maybe don't make those. Make the things. Maybe don't make xenocodices. And that is informing me that I think I have one of these. No, it's not one of these. Huh. Well, that's interesting. Using the codex with the egg and the food with the serum to make a Xeno. Caged Xeno. On the most basic of basic recipes. Guarantees. Aha! Guarantees the output. Guaranteed output by spending the fetal serum and the codex versus 80% chance of just giving it water and a food and water from an egg. Give it bones to make it move faster. Give it fish to make it move faster. Give it guts to make it move faster. Give it Ulrich with 2 eggs to maybe get 2 back. Oh boy. Xenos. Xenos give the most chitin, by the way, of any of the creatures, but when you get to the point where you're spending 2 other animals on it, it's like, is that really actually worth it? Anyway, cotton gut studs. Yeah, they're a thing. Right? They're a thing. Limited by my sea sponge sprouts, so I need to scale this a bit, but that is how you start working towards cotton guts. And everything else. So a lot of this is like really slow stuff, and I know totally we're doing several things all at once here. It's because we sort of have to. I've been putting off a lot of the biotic stuff that needed to get done, and it's now sort of all caught up all at the same time. So now I need everything going forward. So since I haven't set up anything going to this point of the more advanced stuff, now I need to set up everything. So if the goal is cotton guts, I need everything else to get into cotton guts. So it's like, oh boy, let's see here. Oh yeah, the rennea. That also needs to be on this list. Moondrop, sea sponge, tuuphra, rennea. 4 other things before you can really get to cotton guts. Yay! Things. But we are working on it. That's the point here. It's being worked on. Oh boy. So, what got done today overall as we end off the stream here? Spent the first part of the stream primarily changing my oil burner setup to burn fuel oil as opposed to natural gas, planned out in preparation for the coming nerfs to both of these. That is what it is planned out as. This is a gigawatt of power, approximately. It's just like slightly more. It's like 1,008-ish, 1,009 megawatts. But yeah, it's functional. It now functions, and I didn't have to destroy it. I could just move it to fuel oil out of stuff, and I've gotten rid of potential for any positive feedback loop shenanigans that would kill my power by using some solar panels out here. I did a lot more tapping of crude oil, made fuel oil out of it, and that was glorious. And I went over and reviewed my other build that actually uses natural gas, so this is also a gigawatt. This is also a gigawatt in that much space versus a gigawatt in that much space. It's a pretty interesting thing to compare these two. The thing about this one, even though it's bigger, is it doesn't use coke at all in this build. It would if I was combusting the fuel oil, which I might do at some point, but yeah, that'll definitely be a thing to do much later. Why am I at 800-ish range when I was at 1.2? I was at 1.2 at the beginning of the day. What happened with... Oh, the mining drills dropped. Mining drills and HPFs dropped a bit. Why? Why did they drop? Huh. Don't know. Probably don't even really care either. Was it the, might have been this. Ah, yes, it was this. I'm thinking it was this dropping off as stuff filled, as the various chests filled up. That seems very, very likely, as various buffers got full. And the nichrome. Check my oil burners, but they're working. They're working. They're fine. I did that today. I've done changes today for my feeding of the oil burners. They're fine. Yeah, they work. They are fully functional. The game is not prioritizing pulling the power from them at the moment. Exactly. They are at 1/4 of their current potential output with the way that this has been prioritized, but it works. So after doing that, came over and started to plan out and work and get a lot of the initial grinding out of the way of the beginning of uh, stuffs, the beginning of the transition into the cotton guts, beginning of positive feedback loops that need to begin for making a lot of this stuff. The moondrops, the tuuphra, the rennea, the sea sponges, got all of them flowing and got the cotton gut studs technically also moving with all of this and have their basic food going. So yay, got that stuff. Oh yeah, natural gas is dead. I guess that update is now pushed. I guess if someone's now saying that, I guess the update was literally just pushed to uh, petroleum handling that utterly destroys the fuel value on natural gas. So that's why I did this. That's why I did this, is because natural gas has an impending change, and that change will not destroy the energy production in my base. It will destroy my glass production, because I still need to go out and fix this from being natural gas to something else. But anyway, that's just gonna have to happen later. We have reached the end of the stream. With that, I would like to thank you all for watching. This has been Otaku Showboat. If you are watching the VOD on YouTube and have been enjoying the series thus far, please be sure to comment, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and if you are so inclined, head on over to twitch.tv/OtakuShowboat to leave a follow to be notified when I go live Sundays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays from 10 a.m. to approximately 1 p.m. U.S. Eastern Time. You can do all of the social stuff through the links below the video, including supporting Pyadon's monster development at patreon.com/Pyadon, and myself at patreon.com/OtakuShowboat. I will, of course, be back on Thursday to actually figure out and do setup of this in an actual build. A lot of this that we've done today has been on the mall. We need to get this off the mall and doing it at scale. This has just been to give us initial modules to use for bigger builds. That's the point of this, is modules for bigger builds. And we will go from there. I will, of course, see you all then.